Hello, everybody. Today we are going to see in a chart that I created the important order that we have to consider in mind when you start studying the verb to be. This is Miss Gladys Machado. First of all, in this chart, we are going to see the tense. In this case is the present with the verb to be. The other 5 items that are going to be here are the order that we have to consider when we write a sentence in affirmative, in interrogative, or in negative form. And we are also going to see the specific and the general questions. First of all, we have to consider the question words. Here we have some examples like what color, what, when, where, why, how many, how much, how far, how often, okay, among other question words. After the question word, this is the order for a specific question, we have the auxiliary. And the auxiliary is going to be according to the tense that you are using. In this case, we have is, am, are. It happens that the verb to be is a verb and is an auxiliary. This is the position of the verb to be. When you use it, it's as an auxiliary in a question. After the auxiliary, we have the pronouns. Here you can see that I put it, the pronoun it, or the name. In this case, when you are talking about an animal, a fruit, a place, something in singular, you have to use it. But if you are talking about things, but in plural, I mean animals, fruit, vegetables, things, places, you use they, okay? And we also use they for persons. After the pronouns, we have the verb. You remember I said that the verb to be is an auxiliary and is a verb, okay? So it has 2 positions. Sometimes it is a verb, sometimes it is an auxiliary. After the verb comes the complement of the sentence, okay? In this case, I wrote some complements to make different sentences. Look, in this case, the verb to be is taking the position of a verb. So when you have the verb to be after the pronoun and before the complement, you are making an affirmative sentence. For example, it is a nice dog. I am Peruvian. You are in the park. And we can continue doing different verbs, but all of them are affirmative. Subject, verb, complement. Now, but what happens when the verb is here? When the verb is in this position, we are making a question, okay? An interrogative sentence. But when you start by the auxiliary, the pronoun, the verb, and the complement, you are making a general question. And when you start by the question word, you are making a specific question, okay? After the question, you put a question mark, okay? Interrogative form. Now, in this position, when you have this red line, we have to mention the negative form, for example, not, or with contraction. Okay? For example, you can say is not or isn't, am not, or are not or aren't. But let me tell you something. When you are using the form of the verb to be am, you cannot make a contraction. You can only make a contraction with the pronoun in singular, with the pronoun I, with the verb to be am. So in this case it's I'm, okay? When you are not using a contraction, you say I am. But you never do a contraction between the verb am with not. This form of the sentence, for example, you aren't in the park, it's a negative form, okay? Let's see some examples. I mentioned specific questions and general questions. Let's see. These are specific questions. You see, we start by the question word, okay? Then the auxiliary, then the pronoun, and finally the complement, okay? So this is a specific question. Why is specific? Because I'm asking about something in particular. Where, why, where the time, why, asking for the reason, how, asking for the form, and why for the reason too. Then we saw the general questions. When you write a question that asks for the general questions, you start by the auxiliary. From the auxiliary, you start this order. So you have, is the dog brown? You see? When you have the auxiliary here, then the pronoun, and then the complement. Are the pants dirty? Are you at home? Well, I hope that everything was very clear. Thank you very much. And if you want to ask anything about this chart, I am going to be waiting for your comments, okay? Thank you very much. See you. Bye-bye.